Idiot Radio, taking it to the edge and back. Scotty, Scotty, Scotty,
I'll take it. Scotty.
All right, you're listening to Scotty Presents on idiotradio.net. Today, my special guest is Joy Stoudermire, the Rev. How you doing, Rev?
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, I'm glad to have
excited.
you. It's fun. We're in a big room by ourselves. It's a good time.
This is so cool.
Right? So I got the Rev with me here today. She's
the Raw Rev Joy.
The Raw Rev Joy.
Comedic preacher extraordinaire.
All right. that is how
my name.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing.
Now how did you were you always say it again? The whole thing? It's a title. It's a big title. I'm just Scott. You can call me Scotty.
The Raw Rev Joy.
Yeah. Okay, I know that.
Comedic preacher. Extraordinaire.
All right. I like it. I'll have to write it down then.
No, I haven't always been, and I never wanted to be, but this is what, the big guy wanted.
Okay.
So here I am, being as raw as ever.
How did you make the was it like a chrysalis butterfly sort of transformation?
Actually, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, for real.
All right.
For real.
For real?
Yeah. Because, I was, really sheltered when I grew up.
Really?
Like, my mom, yeah.
Where are you from? You from around here?
From Braddock Hills.
All right.
On the other side of East Side.
All right.
Like, in between Swissville and Forest Hills is Braddock Hills.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice spot.
So, yeah. And it was a little, and so my mom and dad were extremely protective.
Oh, sure.
And kept me involved in everything to keep me out of trouble, even
What's
though I
everything?
Dancing, piano lessons, anything that would take up my time.
Keep you out of the gangs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
No?
I still found ways around stuff. Come on.
Did they beat you in? Did they have to? Did they beat you out? Like, what happened about? What's with the gangs? What was it? Was
I didn't
it?
Get
It
in
was.
no gang.
It was the East Side
That's
Blue
why
Bloods.
She
No.
kept me in stuff, so I would not be involved in the neighborhoods.
All right. That's good. That's good. There's parents
No, it
with
wasn't
foresight.
good because then I left and go to the military to get away from them. So yeah, I was in the Air Force for like 8 years.
Good times.
Yeah.
What did you do? You
I was
mechanic?
administrative. No.
Administrative?
Administration, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I liked my job that I had. I lived in the desert.
What
the
desert?
Mojave Desert.
The Mojave, really?
Where Edwards Air Force Base, where the space shuttle comes back down.
Yeah.
And that sound barrier when they come through the atmosphere.
You've seen this?
I've heard it. I've lived it. Yeah, that's really cool.
Nice.
Whole house shook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's cool. It's like the Air Force. They do like spacey stuff, right?
Well, yeah, it just depends on where you are.
Yeah. So
there's different types of bases.
What do you think about the Space Force? Have you heard about this?
You know what?
Does it sound
These
like a
people
good
are
idea?
trying to go to Mars.
Yeah.
And the moon. It's a lot of money, Scott.
Yeah. I mean, do you think it's a good idea? Do you support it? Do you think it's a good idea?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
Don't
you think
disturb.
It's a waste?
Leave it alone.
Oh.
Don't disturb.
Oh, I say disturb
Stay
extremely.
in your lane.
Yeah. No.
Stay in your lane.
No, we're gonna get a couple million
if
people
we
and
were
go terraform
supposed to be
Mars.
there, we would have been there.
Maybe we were, and then we got lost, and now we're here, and we got to fix that up. You don't think?
I don't know.
That's
That's scary to me. I don't want to go to Mars.
No?
The moon I would check out, but not Mars.
Why? What's the difference?
I don't know.
Mars is bigger.
Yeah, but I don't know. Just Mars is
farther away.
Okay, so what was that movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger did? It was like
Total Recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See that kind of thing? Yeah, no, I'm not ready for that.
Oh, all right. But I mean, you don't have to go. Do you support the effort of others going?
If that's what you want to do with your money, go
Yeah,
right ahead.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to do it either.
I don't care.
Well, no, I'm not leaving Earth. Are you kidding me? I mean, they have blue skies and green grass.
Not
like
even
they're
to
not.
just visit. Like, I would visit the moon. If I had the money, like, I would go visit the moon. I would check that out.
All right.
I would go up in space, because I worked for, when I was stationed in California.
Yeah.
I worked for Lockheed, and they were pilots that I worked for. It was the Air Force Base was on the Lockheed lot.
Yeah.
And so the pilots that I worked for, they would go up into the atmosphere. You know,
all right.
out,
Yeah.
they were up because they were spy planes. I worked for spy planes, the SR-71, the U-2.
Yeah.
I worked for those people. It was so cool.
It was fun.
So yeah, it was. But they would, and then when they would come back, I would get like the food that they have like in the tubes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They would bring me back like my favorites, like the apple pie. They would bring those back to
your
me.
favorite apple pie paste. the paste,
Yeah.
the apple pie flavored paste that's made out of like protein and carbs.
Yes.
Was it good? Was it all right?
Yes.
The first time I ever saw that was in 2001: A Space Odyssey, and it seems
See?
so weird.
But
like,
it's
real.
good.
It's
Yes,
real.
It's real because that's about the time that I was stationed out there. No, I take that back. Boy, that was a long time ago, Scott.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jesus.
Stuff ends up way back there,
I just
and you're
thought
like,
about that.
wasn't
Like,
that
wait
yesterday?
a minute. That was like, okay, I was in the military from '83.
Oh yeah, wow.
See?
Wow, you got some years on me even. And you know
Dude,
these.
I'm 53.
Yeah.
How old are you?
37.
Oh, you're a baby.
Right? I am.
My niece is older than you.
Oh shit. Well, then
Are we
that's
allowed to
something.
cuss?
Fuck yeah. This is.
Oh my God.
We're on the high seas in a dinghy. We can do and say whatever we want.
I can be me?
Yeah, do what you want.
Oh my God, Lord, I thank you. Oh my, you have no idea.
No, I don't. So you and Janelle, what's Janelle's last name?
Janelle West.
Janelle West.
Just Janelle is her stage name.
That's right.
We are partners in comedy.
That's right. Now you
I don't
run.
want people to get confused, because we besties and,
Yeah,
partners
you're
today
friends.
means more.
Wait,
So
business.
we're business partners.
Yeah,
Yes, I
yeah.
just need that to be
Okay.
clarified.
Okay. Yeah, we got to keep the heterosexual line. This is what
I
it is.
am a reverend. Come on, y'all.
All right.
I'm just saying.
And you guys
But
running
yeah.
a show
so
and
check
an
it.
open mic out in Swissvale,
Yeah,
right?
At Giggles and Grub Club. It's our little creation. We
Yeah.
figured out that I'm Giggles and she's Grub because she's always trying to eat and I'm always giggling. It just somehow that name just kind of fit who.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We
it's
just
a
kind of
fitting
figured out,
name.
and it just hit us the other day. Like, wait a minute, because somebody said, "Hey Giggles, hey Giggles." They noticed us
Yeah.
out in public, and
Yeah.
they're saying Giggles, and I got to go to the bathroom. And then I said, you know what? We really are Giggles and Grub, because
Yeah.
Yeah. So our club is at T's Restaurant and
Yes.
Lounge in Swissvale. I gotta look up the address. Y'all can Google it.
All right,
but
yeah.
anyway, we're at the top of his. It's 2-story. He has the bar on the first floor,
Right.
and then we have our little spot on the second floor that he allows us to use the space.
Right on. And I've been to some shows that you
Yes,
guys
you
throw, and they're really a
have.
special event. It's not just a straight comedy event.
Right.
There's magic.
Yeah.
There, when I went, it was
Literally.
literally like stage magic. Yeah, and it was almost like a vigil when I went the last time I
Yeah.
went. What was going on there? It was a fun.
The last time you were there, it was a talent showcase, I think. So that was a lot of stuff going on. So we had singers, we had a poet.
Yeah.
So it was and then it was a competition as well.
Was it?
So we could be because we actually have ourselves booked to the end of the year.
Right.
So we have our shows every last Friday of the month. She calls it the Final Fridays.
Yeah.
So every month is a different theme. So at that one, it was a talent showcase. All the other ones are mostly, like this one coming up on August 31st is a 70s party.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna come?
Oh, I don't know.
You should.
It all depends. I got a job now. I got to work.
When did that happen?
Like yesterday. I had a couple of jobs. I keep my schedule
Well, you're
pretty
a
loose,
hustle.
but
You're
yeah,
a
I got to
hustler,
hustle.
buddy.
Yeah, I know.
You're a
Anyway,
hustler.
got to keep moving, you know. All right, so you start off, you're protected in the by the overbearing parents, and you ran away to the military.
You got to keep me back. You're taking me back and forth, man. My brain is older than yours.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be fine. It's dexterity. it all builds up to this
Did
crescendo.
you say today's Saturday?
Is
Did you
today
just
not
say-
Saturday?
Today is Sunday, my child.
I don't think I was talking about today. So we started off. you know, and into the military,
yeah.
and so you were in the military for a long time.
8 years.
All right, and then you came back to Pittsburgh because that's where you're from.
Yeah.
All right, and usually
What's your
usually there's a weird thing that gets you to start doing, like, comedy is a weird,
But I
desperate
didn't
move. So
where
where was the
seriously,
real
okay,
turning point?
If I gotta get spiritual on you, because that's how it is. I
Well,
mean,
I want the truth.
seriously, you want the truth?
I want the whole truth. Lay it on me.
So when I came home, I started working.
Yeah.
I met my husband. We had one date. I never went home.
You just moved in.
Literally.
You just moved in. That was a good date.
Literally. And I started, once we got married and got settled in, so like when we got into like 2000, like 2002 is when I really like went back to church.
Right on.
Because there was something like, I was wrestling, something wasn't right. I thought I had gotten into real estate, and that was okay, but there was still something missing. And so I was being directed to go back to church because I had not been to church in a long time. And I grew up in the church. I kind of got away from it, had my own kind of understanding. I'm spiritual. I don't need to go to church. And now I'm like right back in that spot again.
Oh, is
as
that
the Raw Rev Joy? Yeah.
All right.
Like I had to, but it was the whole time. It was like God was telling me, you have to go through this process. You can have all that. You can have the stars and the Hollywood. You can have all that. But if you do it my way, it'll last longer.
All right.
So I said, okay, we'll do it your way. And it's taken this long because number one, I'm very shy, even though I'm outspoken and silly.
Right.
And he started talking to me. God started talking to me about it like in 2006.
Yeah.
And so it's been that long.
Yeah.
That I'm just now stepping out last year in November.
Right.
So, I mean, there is no.
You just felt ready at that time. It was just that.
It was like I guess after I turned 50, maybe it was like, okay, I've lived my life for everybody.
Gonna do it.
Yeah, like now, because I have lived my life for everybody else, my mom, my dad, my husband, my stepson. It was my turn.
Good.
So here we are.
Making funny. we're gonna make funny in here.
And it's weird where I'm at right now,
But it's a good weird.
It's a good weird.
Right on.
It's a good weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. And so where are we going? Where are we going from here?
You tell me.
What do you think? Me.
Yeah. Okay, so let me give you an example since I'm allowed to say whatever. So an example of how
Okay, any old thing.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, just
you
do
have
it.
to understand, yesterday I did a community day, and I was,
really?
Janelle Janelle is my choker chain.
Yeah.
Like,
she
keeps me under control.
Check.
Yes.
Well, she's not here, so just run around.
I know.
I'm
representing the Raw Rev Joy today.
Right.
In addition to Giggles and Grub. And so you have to understand, Giggles and Grub is class, not trash. That's what she tells me to say. So we try to keep it classy.
I like it. It's
not
a good
trashy.
It's a good put
She
together.
doesn't like when we use certain words. She gets a little
Words
upset.
Are,
But I cannot help myself.
Yeah.
It's who I am. I have to burp really loud.
Oh, she has to burp really loud. Just so everybody knows what's going on. So I'm just gonna talk while the Rev is burping. What is going on? It's beautiful out. It's a Sunday. We got the Raw Rev Joy here. We're on Idiot Radio, and you feel depressurized.
It wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be, but I needed to get it out.
Yeah.
In order to continue.
All right. So were you ever actually a preacher, like with the church and everything?
Yeah. I was a member of the Methodist Church, the AME
and
Zion, and
they heard you were doing comedy and they just kicked you out.
No, I left. I left, Scott. They didn't kick me out.
All right. Why'd you leave? Why would you leave?
Because that's what God was telling me to do. Like, you can't be attached to denomination for where I'm taking you and how I need to be able to talk and give. I can't go. So even though I know how to switch it up, this is where I'm supposed to be. And I realized that yesterday. At this community day.
Okay. Well, what happened at Community Day?
Well,
What's going on?
It was great.
Okay.
It was a good set.
Yeah.
The person who invited me said it was
How
wonderful.
much time
I
did
was
you
a
do?
good-
How many minutes?
Well, I only did like 13. They gave me
That's
half
not
an
bad.
hour.
13
They
is-
gave me a half an hour.
Whatever.
But I cut it short because I could tell I was upsetting the old church ladies.
Hey.
I was
Yeah?
upsetting
What did you say?
them. Well, I did my nudity one.
You
You know,
nude-
God created the first nudist colony.
Oh, all right. Yeah, sure.
Right?
Uh,
And it's the truth.
Was that Eden?
Yeah.
Is
He
two
had-
people a colony? Three.
It
really,
doesn't
but,
matter.
you know.
It was the first nudist colony.
All right.
You start somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
People, settlers go. They had to. It was the beginning.
The beginning of
right?
the
It was the
nudism.
beginning.
Yeah.
And he put them in the middle of the garden,
Yeah.
totally naked and unashamed.
There you go.
And then there was one of my friends was there. And he was like, "Well, you think about it. We do come out naked."
Yeah.
I was like,
And we,
"Damn.
yeah.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. Like, we are supposed to be nudists."
Well, I mean, it gets cold and it gets hot, and there's a place for clothes, in my
But
opinion.
there absolutely
Yeah.
is. There
Yeah.
absolutely
I mean,
is.
I don't.
I don't believe that I told you I would not be able to be a nudist because of the maintenance that's involved.
because of the maintenance, just let's just
I
cover it
just-
up and leave me alone
yes,
for a little
in
while.
the wintertime,
Yeah, oh,
that's
yeah.
when we don't worry about it. We cover up. No
Right.
one's going to see us, so our
Yeah.
hair might be a little long.
No.
Garden of Eden might not be trimmed up like it need to be
Well, it's
when
all social.
company comes over.
It's all social perspective. That's just where we're at right now as a society. Who knows where we'll be in 10 years? When I was a little kid in the 80s, it was
60s,
still
the nudist,
it
the
was
nudist
still
thing
like
was a big
70s
thing back in the
Bush
60s.
thing. Yeah, but they were hairy as animals.
Yes, they
you know,
were. Yes, they were.
They had to
now
cover
think
up
about,
all
now
the herpes.
Think
you
about
know?
that.
And the
Think about
syphilis.
that hairiness. When you think about evolution and creation and
Yeah.
how we were supposed to be evolving from apes.
Oh,
the
I have a no. I don't believe.
See?
I don't believe in the ape thing. I
You
have my
don't?
no. It's bullshit.
What do you believe?
I believe that we.
What are you going to say about the fossils and stuff that were here? You going to say that didn't exist?
Oh, you going to let me answer the first question? Is that something that I can do? Because I can do that.
Okay.
The-
I'm listening.
I have a solid 3 to 5 minutes on how I believe that we're descended from pigs.
What?
Yeah, we have far more in common with pigs than we do with monkeys. The only
How in the
oh,
hell?
no,
I don't want to be a pig.
well, it was too bad.
Come on, tell me what
No.
you think.
All
What
right.
is this theory you
All right,
have?
this is
Pigs. Jesus, give me straight.
okay. So I'm gonna burn this through. All right, this is it.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, monkeys exist in really remote places, all right, and
Yeah.
apes specifically, right? And yeah, they have 2 legs and 1 head and 2 eyes and 2 arms and everything. But pigs, you don't
And the
understand.
intelligence of them, they
Oh,
say. That's
they
the
are-
whole thing.
No, pigs are smarter than monkeys are.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right.
Oh my
For
God.
one thing, pigs can swim. All right. There are pigs on every continent on Earth. All of them. All the places
Yeah,
where
pigs can swim.
yeah, you have white pigs, you have like pink pigs, you have brown pigs, you have like black pigs, you have blue-eyed, brown-eyed. They have tufts of hair on the top of their heads. All right. They have tails. We used to have tails. We have a tailbone. All right. No, there's so much more. Every major religion except for Christianity says don't eat pigs, and they don't specify why. And I propose to you that it's because we evolved from them. That and pigs can't look up, and one of the ways to trigger physical evolution is that
What did you just say about not eating pigs?
Muslims and Jews don't eat pigs
Muslims
for
and Jews.
religious
But that's why
purposes.
Jesus came to release all of that. They just choose not to
I mean,
recognize them.
that's your opinion, and it's valid. You know.
He said, pray over your food. It's all good. If you just pray over it. Don't matter. I did that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I'm not.
That's what he said.
I'm sure that he did. I mean,
It's recorded.
yeah. I'm
It's
not.
recorded.
I'm not like.
You're not so sure.
He seems like he was a nice guy. You know, that's where I'm at with Jesus. And there's no converting me. It's just he seems
I'm
like
not
he was
trying to convert
probably
ya.
a nice fellow, and I understand he's significant in the history of the world.
But what don't you believe, that he died for your sins?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You don't believe? You don't?
Well, I
believe
mean,
that?
I really see religions as
He
fair-
said, "Oh Jesus Christ!"
Right,
Well, what do you?
Holy Moses, what do you want from me? I live in a rampant Christian country. I absorb the nonsense, but I think honestly, if I can be real with you, I think
Yes, you can.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
I think religion is 100% fairy tale.
Oh, I don't believe in religion. I believe in relationship.
Well, that's fine, but
There's a
yeah.
difference.
Well,
There's a difference, because that's why I left the church, because I don't believe in religion.
Okay.
I left the church for that reason, not
Well,
not to get into comedy.
So what do you
so
believe
much.
in, and how is that keeping you out of hell?
Because I believe in God Himself.
Oh, okay.
The entity
That's very
of church.
Jewish.
It's very Jewish.
It is. That's
Listen
what
to-
you say. You said
listen.
Jesus. I mean, maybe, but God for sure. You know. That's
Absolutely,
yeah.
everybody. It's a universal God. He's a universal God.
I believe in the universe.
The question is the difference between the different religions. I'm using quotation marks. Can I be seen?
No, we are not on
we're just-
video.
okay.
So air quotes.
Yeah, is that what that is? Air quotes.
Yeah.
So what did I just say? The religion. A religion
Uh huh.
was created by man.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
The
maybe.
different
I mean,
religions.
well,
the different religions, the
we're-
denominations.
No,
Do you
I
believe
mean, weren't, isn't the story that God wrote them on scrolls and hid them in little caves in the mountains, and
But the
people
diff-
found them,
right,
And
but-
that's and
but
and we're supposed to listen to that from the whole.
But
thing. Are you
listen,
kidding
but
me? It's 2018. Goddamn it!
my
Are we still buying this shit? All right, I'm sorry.
my
That's been-
point
yeah.
is that religion
Yeah.
itself,
Yeah.
the Methodist, the Baptist, like it's Jews and Gentiles. That's it.
Well, I mean, Methodists, Baptists are all Christians.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
when I was pastoring, that's what I would say. I said,
Yeah.
we're Christians
Yeah.
that follow the Methodist way of doing God's business.
Are you a Methodist?
Not anymore.
Wait, you were?
Right, I'm a Christian.
Well, I'm
a Christian.
Okay, but
I'm I'm no longer a Methodist. I
Okay.
left the denomination. I strongly
how does
believe
how does that affect your interaction with your local community? Is that all right? Is everybody cool?
that
They
they don't
upset with you?
people don't understand.
Yeah.
But those that do, I mean, it's not for you to understand. It's between me and God.
Yeah, sure.
So,
All right. So
sure.
you just deal. You're just like, I don't care what your opinion is. I mean, that's how I am, but it's hard for a lot of people.
Well, yeah, I really don't care. I
Okay,
mean,
good.
like if I'm gonna
Yeah.
do what he's telling me to
Yeah.
do, I can't worry about what they're saying,
Right on.
right?
And he wants you to make people laugh because that
Exactly.
is
It's a ministry.
It's a
Because
healing
it's in the
art.
Bible. It's in the Bible.
Is it really?
Yes, it
Where
is.
What's in the Bible?
Ecclesiastes, the
Uh-huh.
3rd chapter.
Okay.
It says there's a time for crying and
Mm.
there's a time for laughing.
Sure.
There's a time for birth. There's a time for death.
Yeah.
So that whole scripture is all about there's a time for everything.
Yeah.
There's a time to like search. There's a time to stop for searching. That's in there. Like, you know, people that are looking for children or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a time to search and there's a time to stop searching.
Sure.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So, like,
I don't know. I mean, okay. Well,
but yes. So yes, laughter
Yeah.
is important.
Yeah, sure.
The joy of the Lord is my strength. So when I know that I'm making somebody laugh when they're going through hard times, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, it's helpful. You
Yeah.
know, let it out. a
So
little.
the fact that I can just like step away from the organized church and just do
Yeah.
what I feel in my spirit, that's a big deal.
So you're like an independent missionary.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm afraid the devil might get you.
No, he can't.
All right.
Get thee behind me, Satan. Dude, don't mess with me.
Yeah.
He quivers when I come.
Oh shit! Like sexually? I'm sorry, I couldn't pass it up. Okay, that's fine, right? Let's have a little fun.
That was good. That was good. Actually, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have that effect on everyone. So.
Oh my. Yeah.
And I've been married 25 years, so please.
Yeah. How do you find marriage? Because that's a rare thing these days. I mean, divorce is far more
Listen,
prevalent.
and
than
I
long
married
marriage.
people. I just married a young couple
Oh.
like last month.
Yeah?
It was cool. Yeah.
That's
and I
cool.
take them through. Everybody that comes through me must go through counseling.
Okay.
Um,
Why? What's up with the counseling?
well, just to talk to you to see where your head is at about marriage.
Oh.
To make sure you're in the right place going into it. Because when you call me in,
Yeah.
you're asking God to come into your marriage.
Oh. So what's the right place? Like
Like-
not just because you're like no shotgun weddings. You won't ordain you won't.
Well, I mean, that's just making it legal.
Yeah. When
Well, I mean,
no, like somebody's the only reason they're getting married
They
is
were
because he
living-
knocked
they've
her
already-
up or something.
they've already been living together.
Yeah.
So we're just making it legal.
Yeah.
But when you come to me, I mean, anybody can go to a justice of the peace.
Right.
But when you come to me,
Yeah.
you're asking God to be involved.
All right.
So
Yeah.
there's a different perspective. You're not going to walk away for any little thing.
You think hold on a little longer.
You hold on a little longer, work it out.
So what's the secret of a long happy marriage?
As my mother says, start like you want to finish.
Yeah.
So whatever you see you don't like, stop it from the door.
Yeah.
Communication is a big deal.
What does that mean? So like, if you're mad about something stupid, then you definitely tell them about it all the time. Like,
Man, don't come in with stupid shit.
What?
Don't come in with.
All I have is stupid shit.
No, but see, it just depends on the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Involved in the relationship.
Sure.
There are some women who are needy.
Yeah.
And
there's
need
some
their
men
man,
that are
and there's some men. I'm married to one.
Oh,
that are a little more needy in needing, like, to be the one,
right.
to be like
you
need you need to hear I love you all the time.
Yeah.
Like, for me, if he started saying I love you all the time, something's wrong. What's
like what?
We're not like that.
Yeah.
We're not like that.
Yeah.
We're totally different because I'm married a caveman. I told you that.
Oh, I like that bit. That's a good bit.
I'm married a caveman.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to believe in evolution, because he came from there.
Yeah. I mean, I just think that monkeys is short-sighted and
I just watched I just watched 3 movies back to back today. See, this is why
that's a long
I
movie.
almost forgot about our date today, because
I
was glued.
You got here before I did.
In front of the TV watching Planet of the Apes all day.
All day.
I love Planet of the Apes.
All right. Did you start with the old 70s ones or just the new ones or what?
It was the newer ones.
Yeah.
The one like taught how Caesar learned how to talk, and
I don't know. I like the old Kubrick ones, but I'm sorry.
Well, I like those
think
too. My dad
I
got
think
me
they're
started
wrong.
watching those when I was a little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. You still believe we? I don't want to be either from a pig or
a monkey,
an ape.
Yeah.
That's why I choose to believe I was created.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
by man. You know, from the bone of man. That's where woman came from. Man came from dirt.
You don't think that's condescending to women though?
But not the way I think of it.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're a dirty bird, aren't you? All right. So go on with it.
Let me explain.
Yeah, do so.
As man comes from earth, God formed him. He blew into him, gave him breath.
Into his nostrils.
You know scripture.
I know pop culture. In America. Do you know how much Christian and Catholic stuff is just
Why do Catholics think their own? Do you know Catholics are Christians too? First,
well, yeah.
Why do they think they are like their own? That's what I mean that's what I mean about denomination and religion.
Yeah.
Like they got their own. Like, dude, you're Christian,
right?
Where does this come from?
If you're Roman Catholic, you're holding like the original.
Like, come on, man, you're still Christian first. I ain't going there with you. Anyway, man is from Earth.
I don't have stake in that argument. I don't.
That just bugs me. Man of the earth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and God blew breath into him, and and you think about. I was thinking about how Adam named all the animals. Like, how did you come up with all these freaking names?
Well, for one thing, is it in Armenian or Aramaic? Like, what language was it? Was it in Hebrew?
Hebrew.
Was it Hebrew?
Hebrew.
You're just gonna.
And then it was translated for us.
Right. I don't know.
So all these different translations King James came from, you know.
Yeah. So
that's why you have to have a relationship and be spiritual enough to accept that everything comes from God, even your thoughts, your conversation.
Well, actually, I have a big philosophical quandary. I have 2 questions that I think are unanswerable, but I would like to have answered in my lifetime.
What is it? Let me see.
Where do thoughts come from? Okay, and what are emotions?
Okay, so in Scripture it says God's thoughts are higher than your thoughts. His ways are high. So your thoughts, everything. If He created everything.
Yeah, but then you're existing in a duality, man. Like,
how is that a duality?
If all is one, then God is everything, and
That's
you
right.
are God, right?
No, well, you can't go there because the devil got thrown out because of that. So be careful.
Well, how is the devil? How is anything?
He was
evil?
an angel. He was.
How is it?
Because he made it that way.
All right.
With
his
thoughts.
I don't want to get into theological.
Well, you started
debate.
it. I was trying to tell my boner joke.
Tell your boner joke. I love a good dick joke. Let's hear it. Come on.
You wouldn't let me finish.
Well,
okay, so
I'm
man is
jerk,
created. I got off on a tangent because I started talking about how he like named all these freaking animals. Like, really?
Right.
Like how did you know it was a spider? Like, really? How did you know it was a slug?
How did you know? They just put.
How did you call it a snail? Like,
but they didn't. It was
he
Hebrew.
did.
It was called hecha. Hecha. You understand? That's haha, and that's hoho. And that's, yeah, I mean that's you wanna talk silly reality. Reality is silly and language is silly.
It's very silly.
Silly nanny is a word.
Okay, let me finish the boner.
Yeah, do it.
Todd, have you heard my boner joke?
He's off on his own thing. He's answering.
All right, so man
emails
created
or something.
from the dirt, right? So like you guys really didn't have a chance because you were made of dirt.
You're made
then
of
you
dirt.
were born in sin. No, I'm made of your
No.
bone, baby.
Not my bone. Yeah, I'm not older than you. The math doesn't work out. You can't stick me with that child support shit.
From the beginning, Dingleberry, in Genesis,
Oh.
woman comes from the bone
Yeah.
of man, right?
All right. What? Like a rib?
Yeah, from the rib of man. Now, I
like
always say,
eating ribs.
I do too.
I bet you, if I had to go cannibal,
See
that's
how
the
he
part
does?
I want to eat is the ribs. That's the part I want, like a nice rack of ribs. I bet you human ribs are tasty.
I'm scared of that. You're
I want to eat
because
you.
if we were on an island and it was down, you would probably
Oh.
kill me and eat my because it's dark meat. And
Boy,
shit. You
that
probably,
and I hate
you like
company,
dark
so I
meat.
would kill everybody
See?
and just take
I
the
can't
ribs and
trust you
hang them.
anymore. You was
No,
my side piece
we
in my
just-
brain, and now I can't even.
Well, we just can't travel to remote places together. We just have to hang out in the city where you have an escape hatch, you know? Because I'm secretly sitting in the corner with some knives going, as soon as shit goes bad, I'm going to eat her. Right? Like, what a weird cannibal. Wait, cannibalism is actually a theme in American literature, as is necrophilia and incest. All right, I'm sorry. I got off on a tangent there.
Because when you
Because when I said a ribs. Oh no, because if I say
when
ribs,
you
I get
said
hungry.
If she goes to sleep or whatever, I'm gonna eat her. See, that could go either way. In my brain, it went X-rated. I'm sorry.
No, it's funny. It's funny.
Can I finish my boner joke?
Oh, would you?
God dang it! I'm all in the middle of it. You just keep going.
Well, you
Okay,
gotta
so
punch it up a
woman
little
comes
bit.
from the rib of
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
correct? Right.
Yeah.
So my thing is like,
mean,
that's
correct. That's
spiritually,
debatable,
that's
but-
spirit. What?
No, go on.
That's
go
what's
on. That's the
debatable?
story. That's the story. But I don't know if I mean, who makes a person out of? What am I, a golem? I'm made out of dirt. That's how
why you're
that's
so
how the Jews
shitty.
made
That's
the
why
golems.
You guys
They were
are
soulless.
like the worst because you were
We're
made
the
of
worst.
dirt.
Oh no!
And then you were born
no,
into
no.
sin. Like you really can't even.
Yeah,
help
we
it.
were born out of
At
sin and made out of
least
dirt, and
the
you were
reason
made
that we
from us.
are like
so
we are is
you're
because
fucked up.
we come from you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh.
So that's our excuse. Like we can't even help it. Like
Oh, but we can.
it's not your fault.
It's
I
a
mean, that's how
nonsense.
you were made.
But let's hear the boner joke. What is
Being
it?
like that shit
Yeah.
because I was doing it. Okay, so like that's spiritually speaking, right? From the dirt, man,
What? Yeah,
right?
sure.
So
Well,
in
I
the
mean,
in the natural,
Mm-hmm.
when you think about boning,
Mm-hmm.
the only way to procreate is
Yeah.
for man to go back up in woman
Yeah.
with a boner. Then I thought about the word bone,
Uh-huh.
right? Because
Yeah.
in the Bible it says that the man takes a wife and they become one.
Okay.
Well, when you look at the word bone, B-O-N-E, be one,
Ah.
boned, be one like God intended us to be boning all the time.
He does use a lot of slang.
Bone, be one.
Yeah, that's it. That's
That's
fun.
the only way.
That's
This
fun
is the only
wordplay.
way it works.
Yeah.
This
so,
is the only way
so,
it works.
So you think that fairy tale story was just it was a clean way to tell a dirty story.
Absolutely.
All right, I like it. I do.
Except I can't say it in the church.
Yeah. So you
So I
say
had
it
to
at the
come
comedy
out.
club.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
received so much better
Yeah.
by
Well.
the atheists.
Oh yeah. Atheists love this shit. Yeah.
That's my purpose. To
You're
bring the word of
converting
God-
atheists?
To bring the word of God in a comedic way.
Uh-huh.
You done heard it. What you
Alright.
do with it is on you.
I mean, I like
But
it.
I
It's
gave
it's
it to
it's
you.
fun. Yeah. No, I like it. I like yeah. B1. No, that was it.
Boom.
That's very like
It's very important that we are boning.
All right.
It's very important.
Why? There are way too many people.
Oh, that's what you think? I agree.
I mean, the
I
king of England
completely
said it.
agree.
You know?
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah, he said if if he could do anything, if he could reincarnate as anything, he would reincarnate as a terrible disease so that he could thin the world's population.
Did he say that for real?
Oh yeah.
I missed that. What
Yeah.
was that? And where'd you hear that?
Oh, it was like 20 years ago, but he
I
definitely said
missed
it.
that. Is he
Yeah.
still in?
Yeah, he's still
'Cause
he's,
they're
he's
like
still married
forever
to the
over
queen.
there.
Yeah, those two ain't
Oh,
boning.
him.
Yeah.
I thought you meant somebody else.
Oh no, King England.
He's not the king, is he?
It's debatable. Well, I mean,
Well, she's queen.
okay.
There is no. Well,
she's the no.
he's like the first lady. I'm
no,
sorry.
he is
He's
like the first lady.
husband.
But the fucked up thing that happened with the King of England is they won't call him the King of England because they got married right after World War II, and he represented both the Greeks and the Germans because he's Greek and German, and he was, she thought he was very pretty, so she was like, nah, I'm gonna marry that dude, and he was like,
I'm
yeah,
not
I
the
want to sit in that
only
seat
one
of
that
power.
Married for looks.
For looks? Yeah, no, women marry for looks too. You guys are just
have you
as
seen-
shallow
you
as
ain't-
we are. Oh my god!
Man, it was
Maybe
a
more
shocker
so.
for me when I realized that I really like
How long were you married before you realized
like
you married?
a good 15 years.
Like a good fit.
When it hit me, like for real, like why
That's
am
some
I here?
unconscious living.
Why am I dealing with this? And it was my mother that said to me, "You're not leaving him. You love his body too much." I was like,
shit.
"Oh shit, she's right."
Well, personality and everything has to factor in. He's a
Man,
good guy. He
come on,
doesn't
man.
like bang other
Come on,
chicks,
man.
right? What?
Okay, no, but I mean, like seriously, it's the body that keeps me. Like seriously,
Okay.
like that's it.
Nuh-uh.
That's it.
Can't be.
He's a bodybuilder, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for him. Sounds like fun.
Ew. And I thought about it.
Yeah.
Like I used to like kind of pimp him, not like
What do you mean?
pimp him like
To
that,
other women or to men?
like I like when people like when women look at him.
Oh, okay.
Like it kind of turns me on when other women look at him.
You're
I
strange.
don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
I don't know, but I do.
Okay.
So like when he would come to my office,
Yeah.
the old office that I used to work at, she used to just want to squeeze him and touch him, right?
Who? Who's
My
she?
husband, my
Who's
old
she?
broker, my old broker. When I was
okay.
I'm still in really, but the old office
Yeah.
that I worked at.
Okay.
Yeah. So anytime she saw him, oh, he's here, and she starts squeezing. Well, you know that guy.
Jeez, I can't go up to women and just start squeezing.
Exactly.
That's
and
not
I
fair.
gave her permission.
'Cause there is some nice
I gave her
women.
permission because it
Yeah,
turned
they
me
look like
on to
fun to
watch her
squeeze.
squeezing his muscles and just
You're some
oohing
sort
and
of a
ahhing.
pervert is
I'm
what you
telling
are.
you, man.
All right. Well, I mean,
I'm telling
I don't
you.
judge, but you know,
I'm
it's
telling
out
you,
there.
this is the reality for me. Like,
Okay.
damn,
Yeah.
I'm really shallow. Like, but he
Oh.
could do like the hashtag Me Too about that. Like seriously, because it's unwanted. Like he probably
Right.
doesn't. He
Oh,
don't really
okay.
like.
Yeah.
Like he's bald headed. Sometimes they touch his head. He don't
Yeah.
like that.
Oh.
He don't. You know.
Yeah.
They don't touch his butt.
All right,
But
so
they
you're
squeeze
so
him and
you, his
and I'm-
wife, are putting this poor man into these
I haven't done it in a long
sexually
time.
awkward
I
situations.
haven't done it in a long time. However, because I left that office, I worked somewhere else because
No.
I wanted to get into property management, not because
Yeah.
of that.
Okay.
But we saw her in the grocery store,
Oh.
and I was like, "Go ahead." She was like, "Oh, can I? I do it in front of her.
All right.
Yeah, and it just turns me on. Like, go ahead, squeeze it.
All right. So how does all that factor in being a spiritual worker? Like a
It
lot
doesn't.
Of, a lot
That
of
just shows
people
you how much
expect-
why I need Jesus, because I'm just stupid like that,
Oh.
and He keeps me in check.
All right. Well, good. That's a big
They
job for
X-rated
Jesus.
it is, and I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I'm just out there. I'm just agreeing to be transparent. There are
Alright.
other people like me.
Yeah. So. What are you trying to say? What do you mean?
I'm just saying, I'm not the only one like this.
All right. No, I'm sure you're not. Well, I mean, human sexuality is a very real
it's a
thing.
wonderful thing.
And when you try to suppress it, it always
You
comes
get in
out
trouble.
in a different
You
way.
get in trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm transparent with
So
that.
I feel like it's something that the church has always really wrestled with, especially the Catholics. You know, with you heard this
You
stuff. It
said
just
it. I'm
came out
glad
in
you brought it
Pittsburgh
up.
with
I
with all
wasn't gonna- I
the
wasn't
with all
gonna
the
bring it up.
pedophilia and shit.
I wasn't gonna
Holy
bring it
fuck,
up.
that's a major problem. That's
It's
the
a
sort of shit.
huge problem.
that
Okay,
happens
first of all,
when
God never said you're not supposed to be married.
Well, no,
That's the
that-
whole purpose of
that was-
Adam and Eve.
That was the church making
Exactly.
sure that their
That's
priests
why
couldn't
I
take the land away
said-
from them. Yeah.
That's why I said religion is its own worst enemy.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Mine's empty.
Well,
Man,
let's
I drink
swallow.
crack. I have to go back to work after this. I'm gonna go back, man. We're doing good.
Well, okay, so I'm in real estate as well.
Okay. Do you wanna plug your real estate thing? Do
Craig
it.
and Craig Real Estate.
Awesome.
We're like in Monroeville, and we specialize in property
Monroeville.
management. Yeah.
Would you get me a
property
good
management.
Would you get me a good deal on a little house? You know, like
I give you a good deal?
Yeah. Could you
It
hook
wouldn't
me
be
up?
me. I would negotiate. I would try to negotiate the best deal for you.
All right. So what we're gonna
Don't I
do
sound
is
like a
me and you
salesperson?
are gonna team
Are
up
you
against.
ready to buy?
No.
You're out in Jeanette.
Yeah. No. Me and you are
There's some
gonna. Me and you.
serious houses
Me and
out there.
yeah. Me and you are gonna team up and talk these homeowners into selling their $200 house for like $120,000. That's what we're gonna do. And then I'm gonna turn around and we'll make a killing. We'll sell it for $3,000. All right. I'll give you 20% off the top
I hear you
before
talking.
taxes.
I hear you talking.
Yeah.
I just said, are you ready to buy? No.
No. I just took a cook job. I'm not buying anything.
Do you know how to cook?
Yeah, I'm a great cook. I've been cooking for myself since I was like 9 years old. I can cook anything.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a good cook.
That's awesome.
It's all right. It's a lot of work.
I love a man barefoot and in the kitchen.
Oh, when I'll
I
never be
do.
barefoot because I did that. I've done like
So you don't cook naked?
no because it's easy to
Ever?
get burned. Never. No. I don't need scars on the delicates of my body. Pants and shoes in the kitchen. Probably a shirt, especially if there's butter or grease involved. Because did you ever burn your nipple with
No,
grease?
no.
That hurts. Go,
No,
you don't
I've
cook naked
never-
in the kitchen
no,
either.
I don't.
Unless maybe bake. Baking is probably the safest cooking in the kitchen. But there's nothing sanitary about that. I think that's a TV invention. Anybody who does this is just gonna get hurt. It's gonna. Last thing I need is a blister on my penis.
Oh my God.
From spilling like hot fish oil or something.
Oh my God. You're so right.
Right? Why take that chance?
Because it just looks so great from my perspective.
Well, on TV. Well, you know what? You pay the porno people to do that sort of crazy shit, and they're not really cooking. Somebody else already cooked, and then they left.
I saw it in a movie.
Yeah.
I saw it in a movie.
You saw it in the movie.
Ving
Ving Rhames is what was the movie? Pitch Black? I don't remember him
Uh-uh.
cooking in
Cool.
that. Cool Hand Luke?
Uh-uh.
That wasn't him.
Oh God, Mama's Boy.
Oh.
Is
You
that
like a
what- no,
mama's
not
boy,
Mama's
don't
Boy.
you?
It wasn't
Is your husband a mama's boy?
He was. She's God rest her soul. Yeah,
Oh.
he really
So
took
now
care
it's
of her.
all on
That's
you.
what attracted me. Like it was because he made me laugh. He
Oh,
took
that's
care of his
important.
son, and he
So
took
it
care of
was
his
more
mother.
than just the looks.
Yeah, but
you're
then the
not that
reality set in.
shallow.
Like I couldn't leave
That's
because of the
that's
body.
like the bottom line.
I couldn't leave because of the body. I
Why-
haven't
did
left
you,
because
did
of
you
the body.
want to leave? What would you do
I
if you
don't.
left?
Like I'm halfway out, but
You're
not
halfway
really. Like
out?
I left him and I told him I'd be back. You know what I mean?
What,
like
recently?
yeah, like every day I leave. Every
That would drive me crazy. You'd come home, your shit would be on the lawn, the doors would be locked, and be like, I don't need this fucking shit. I'm a bodybuilder.
I'm not saying I just leave. I
You're
leave him-
lucky.
I leave
You're
him every
a
day.
lucky lady is what you are.
Everybody who leaves to go to work, you leave your spouse every day. I leave every day. He leaves me every day to go to work.
Uh-huh.
I just I come home.
Oh.
Just
keep. You have nowhere else to go.
I'm
else
at my
are you gonna
mom's.
go? You're gonna.
But see,
could you
and see-
really do that?
but
I
I've
have a
been to-
mother.
But Scott,
There's
she's
no
not
way.
well. So right now,
Are you?
I
how do you
am
feel
kinda
about
taking care of- that's where I
euthanasia?
want-
Is that a thing?
no,
No. You're
just let
against
when
that.
God said she's ready, then that's
Oh,
what we
shit.
do.
Even
yeah.
if it's like
My
really
mom
bad
is
for a
like-
long time.
My mom is
Super
not-
religious.
Super relationship.
What does that mean? I know we talked about this, but I forgot.
There's
What
no religion involved in what she's talking
No?
about.
Okay.
It's strictly faith. Her faith in God.
Mm.
She's 84 years old.
Mm-hmm.
When God is ready for her to come home, He'll bring her.
No.
He'll bring her.
No.
My only prayer is that she goes in her sleep.
Why?
That's my prayer, because I don't want her to suffer.
Not suffering. You
Like, just
suffer
go in your
before you
sleep.
die. When you die is the part when you're done suffering.
Yeah, but I don't want her to have to suffer to get to that point. Like,
Well-
don't be like so like in pain. You know what I mean? Just go to sleep and don't wake up.
I want to be awake for it.
You would.
Yeah.
You
I wanna
can be
go
awake.
Eyes wide open,
and just-
screaming in a hospital
no,
somewhere.
I don't want that. You're crazy. You just like to make a scene.
I do like to make a scene. Have you ever seen my stand-up? I love a scene. The only thing I like more than a scene is pissing people off.
I don't know what you did that one time when I went to go change my clothes when you were doing a set at Giggles and Grow.
Oh, yeah.
And I was downstairs getting dressed, and all I heard was the audience go boo.
Oh, yeah.
And then immediately later they started laughing. I was
Yeah.
like, what did he do? What did he say?
it's easy. I told them I quit smoking weed, and they were like, "Boo!"
Oh.
And then they realized I was kidding, and they went, yay. You know, when you go to see a comedy show, you have to take into consideration the context of the show.
That's right.
When people say stuff. You know? I should be able to say some pretty weird and crazy shit, and either you laugh or don't laugh, but
that's right.
That should be your only options.
That's right.
You know? Either you,
right.
yeah,
That's
either
true.
you think it's funny or it's not. If it
Right.
doesn't...
So I can't be so
whatever.
sensitive to the people that don't. Like I need to not care. Like
I
it
see
needs
what
to
you're
not
saying.
affect me.
Yeah.
Like it cut me short
Yeah.
yesterday because I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
But I didn't, and then I lose my train of thought. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
new.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it?
2 years in October.
See,
Yeah.
we're not even hitting a year yet.
No, but I mean, I you know, I'm a writer, man. Like I write. Words are my
Yeah, you
words are
do.
my thing. You
Yeah,
know?
they are.
No, but I like.
You
Yeah,
got books and
I
stuff.
do. It's
You're like
fun.
all high time and stuff.
Yeah, but nobody. I gotta get a book deal. I'm gonna get a book deal from like a big publisher so I can sit back. You know, I go on a signing tour and read a couple of
So
sentences.
those that you have written are self-published.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
So have you gone after?
Yeah.
Look how it
it's
just turned
just-
around the interview.
I know. No, it's like there's an ocean of fiction writers
But you
in
can't.
America. So I'm separating myself through comedy. That's my angle. That's why I got into it, because I was writing for like 10 years and realized, oh my God, Mark Twain was a comedian. Maybe that'll help me separate and get noticed by somebody. Though I doing it in Pittsburgh, which is sort of like doing it on Mars, you know? Like nobody
They
nobody
keep saying
sees it
you
or
gotta
hears
leave.
it.
It's not in Pittsburgh. You're not gonna make
That's
it in
what,
Pittsburgh.
yeah.
But it's
We'll-
a start.
We'll see. I lived in
You've traveled, haven't you?
Yeah,
Traveled.
I lived
too?
in New York for a long time. I saw how other people. I worked at the Manhattan Center, which is a big venue in Manhattan. It's the King Kong climbed it in the movie.
Okay, Empire State Building.
No, it was the Manhattan Center, wasn't it? The one in the first one is downtown. It's
I thought it
34th
was
Street and Broad.
always the Empire State
Yeah, it
Building.
probably was. But it's got the Hammerstein Ballroom, the Grand Ballroom, and I saw Mary
yeah.
J. Blige there. I saw Korn there. I saw the remainder of the Grateful Dead minus the
Yeah.
the Fat Santa, whatever his name was. You know, I'm not a hippie. And I saw comedians there, and I learned a lot. So I think besides Pittsburgh, that I can actually get stage time in Pittsburgh, and I don't have to pay for it out of my wallet. You know?
I get it.
Yeah, why? Yeah. You gonna go to New York or LA or Chicago or Atlanta or any of the big places?
I'm gonna go wherever I'm led to go.
All right, but I mean, right now your plan
I'm
is to grow
prepared.
Giggles and Grubs. I like it.
No,
I think it's a lot of fun.
because actually we are trying to have a traveling showcase.
Are you?
Yeah, we're
Like a
trying. Like
circus?
that's
Do you have a juggler?
not like a circus.
Do you need I'm a good
like
trapeze
a
act
showcase
if you
of
need
talent.
one. Yeah,
That's why we had the talent showcase, because we're always searching for new talent.
that's good. You like Star Search? Remember that?
I do remember Star Search.
All right. Oh,
Star Search and what was
What
the
was-
other one?
Soul Train was a
Not
big
Soul
was the
Gold.
you know.
What was the
you
gold?
know what I'm talking
gold?
about.
What was the gold? It was gold.
No, we're not getting this.
Star.
What?
It was something gold.
I don't know. I don't watch the the Gong Show. How about the
No,
Gong
I
Show?
love the Gong Show. Has been it's back on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who's running the Gong Show?
Okay,
they don't have
Michael Myers has a character.
the comedian Michael Myers.
Yes.
All right.
His character is this British guy.
He loves the English
yeah,
Scottish
yeah,
accent
and that's it.
stuff.
And I didn't realize until he was on like Good Morning America or one of those shows, and he was saying
Wow.
that it was him. Like I was like, oh, I knew he looked too crazy looking to be real.
Yeah, he
Like,
was wearing a lot of
yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Like his face just looked, but he's hilarious, and I
Yeah.
love when he comes. He's like, "Who's a cheeky monkey? You're a cheeky monkey." He's crazy, but it's a good show. It's back on Channel
All right.
4. It's on WTAE.
Oh, I don't have TV.
You don't watch TV? How
I
do
don't
you
have
live with
TV.
how
I
do
have
you-
Netflix. That's how I do it. And books. I know how to read. Actually, my
I
cable
don't
or
understand
my
people that
internet
don't
is
own
about to
TVs.
get shut off. So I have a pile of. I actually have a pretty decent library of books that I've been ignoring for about 5 years. So
I don't understand
I'm
people
just
that
gonna
don't have
read.
a TV.
you know
I
it's
don't understand.
yeah.
How do you live without a TV? Like
I mean it's
I
like
mean, like if I don't have the TV, then I'm watching
Yeah.
Netflix.
oh, all right.
But my TV is.
yeah, but I mean I wouldn't even have the Netflix.
It's just
okay. Well,
background noise. Even if I'm not
Yeah.
watching it, I just turn it on to
Yeah,
Like,
so
how
turn
do
on
you
the
live
radio. Or nothing.
I do that in the
Like,
morning with the
sing
radio.
a song, hum, whistle. You know, old school
I
shit.
can't
Like
imagine
people
life
did
without
like
TV.
in the 70s, you know?
I
Or the
can't
50s.
imagine. I
That's gonna be
cannot
great.
imagine life without a TV.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Because
Really. I'm gonna start off with some Ray Bradbury short stories, and I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna
you
go
adjust
through.
accordingly.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
adjust-
start.
I've been there,
I'm gonna reread Othello because
I mean, we don't have
don't think
cable
I
at home,
understood it the right.
but I
whole-
have a TV, but I don't have cable
Right. Yeah.
at home. But my mom's house has cable.
Yeah.
See, that's why I stay with my mom.
Yeah. It's so expensive. It's like.
It's crazy.
No, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It's like a car payment.
It is.
Yeah.
House payment, actually,
Yeah.
depending on what kind of house
What
you have.
or what kind of car? I go fancy. I have a Prius, you know. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I like my Prius. I
So
think
are
it's
you
a
gonna
great
come back?
car.
Oh! I didn't say that. We have open mic night as well at Giggles and Grub too. I didn't say that.
Yeah, and that's downstairs. You do
Yeah,
both
that's
upstairs
downstairs.
and downstairs.
No,
but
well,
the thing you're
yeah.
really proud of is the upstairs show.
Yeah, the upstairs show.
That's
because
that's
the bomb.
That's like the big show for you.
It is. It
But
is.
then the
But open
downstairs is
mic
like
night,
tryouts.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, I killed at your open mic.
You
I
did.
never got an invitation to come upstairs. Well, that one time
you were
I-
in our first show.
Was that the first one? I like that one.
Yeah.
I told my dildo joke in that one. That was a great joke. Women hate you for a
That was
second
the
and then they laugh.
420.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I married the only man who doesn't like that kind of stuff.
No, I mean, there's a lot of uptight people in the world. And mostly because they're scared of their own feelings, in my opinion.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like, I'm not afraid of the things going on inside of me. It's the maniacs outside that worry me for the most part. You know? But we're getting to the last couple minutes. What do you want to plug? Definitely give us your Facebook and
Okay,
all
my
the-
Facebook is Revjoy Stoudermire.
Mhm.
We also have she got kicked off Facebook again.
What is she doing? She's kicked
Talking
off
about
every
Trump.
time
She talks about Trump.
She's a very passionate person. You know. No, she is. She is, and she's got a bone to
That's
pick.
such
and
a good way.
I mean,
That's such a
she's
good way to put it.
Yeah, I admire her on a certain level, for sure, for sure. And I'm sorry you couldn't come, Janelle. I'll definitely.
We love you,
we'll
Nelly
have,
Bally.
We'll have you on by yourself one of these days.
Yeah. And then our manager of Giggles and Grub, comedian Al Jenks.
All right.
Yeah.
And he's on Facebook.
He's on Facebook as well.
You got like an Instagram or a Twitter?
I have Instagram, the Raw Rev Joy.
All right.
And I think Al's is Comedian Al. No, his is Smoke One with Your Boy.
Smoke one with your boy.
That's his.
That's fun.
That's Instagram, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Twitter.
You know, I need to redo my Twitter page.
Yeah.
I need to reconnect to that.
That's cool. I'm not a
I'm
big.
doing good to
I'm not
do
a big Twitter guy.
Instagram and
Yeah.
Facebook. I'm doing good to do those two. It takes a lot of time.
Oh my god, no! And these kids don't understand the position that we're coming from. Is that they had this since they could understand what was
I
going
know,
on around them,
right?
and
you're in your
yeah.
30s and struggling with it.
Well, I mean, you got a couple years out. I was
I'm saying
a senior in
though.
high school before computers became like you can't survive without this.
Okay, all right.
So
And
it's,
I'm like,
it's still like
what is that, Jetsons?
I can do like 20 minutes on social media, and then I need a 2-day break. Seriously, like that's where I'm at. And if that's not enough, I don't know what to tell anybody.
Oh
like
my God.
yeah,
So when the people are like Janelle,
yeah,
Facebook is for
Oh.
likes, comments,
Yeah.
and if you're not on her page, liking her page, she will unfriend you.
oh, hey, everybody's got
Okay,
an opinion.
I can't,
I do what I
like-
can for everybody, but I
Well,
don't keep up like crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I do what I got. It's enough for me to get my post up.
Yeah, right.
And then maybe
Yeah.
scroll through to check to see if somebody needs Rev Joy.
Yeah.
And, give some encouraging words.
Yeah.
And then I'm out.
Yeah, yeah, no, I feel you. I don't want to stay. I don't want to stay that
But
long.
for me, I lose so much time. Like this morning,
yeah,
I lost 2 hours by first thing in the morning,
Yeah.
picking it up.
yeah.
All
Does it
these-
not feel like an incredible waste of time? Like I'm
Like
sorry,
2 hours lost.
you could be my best
Scott.
friend, and I still don't
2
give a
hours
damn
lost.
about whatever it is.
You give a damn. You care. You care. If
don't.
I put a post up, you better care.
I mean, I care a little bit, but if you're putting up your like what you ate for dinner, I don't care.
That's about healthiness.
I don't care about people's kids. I don't care
Yeah,
about your new
see?
porch. I don't
Yeah.
care your car. No, I feel like Facebook is just a venue for everybody I've ever known to tell me that they're better than me. Well, fuck you. You know? Not you, but everyone
Well,
listening.
you know my bit on fuck. For ultimately Christ knows. So when I say fuck you,
Well, no, you know, I love the acronyms.
it ain't cussing when I say it.
That's very yogic, you know, because the Indian guys usually come up with that stuff.
Yeah, that's
All right.
the kind.
You have
With
shows
that.
coming up.
Oh, August 31st, every last Friday of the month. So August 31st is our 70s show.
Uh-huh.
Next month we have a reggae show
Ooh.
in September. October
Do you
is our
have a
breast
web
cancer.
page where you have all
we
this
don't
listed?
just
just
yeah
on the Facebook?
It's Giggles and Grub.
Don't ask me. I don't know. Is it gigglesandgrub.com?
My God.
Is it
Just-
Giggles and Grub on
just-
Facebook?
Just friend Rev Joyce Stoudermire and Janelle Juhnell.
Mm-hmm. Just to keep it complicated. It's a lot of fun.
Jan Joy Productions. That's what it is.
Jan Joy Productions.
That's it. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
I had a Boilermaker.
The first Friday on every
The last
last Friday.
And then open mic night is every other Tuesday.
every other Tuesday.
Yeah, so we just had one, so next week we'll have one.
Awesome.
Not this week,
Not
next
this
week.
week, the one after.
I expect
so
to see you
when
there.
Tuesday comes up, a week from now.
Yes. Open mic night at Giggles and Grub.
In
Tees
Swissvale.
Restaurant and
At
Lounge in
Tees.
Swissvale. 7532 or something like that, Washington
Mhm.
Boulevard. Just Google it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
It's been such a
Yeah, it's been fun. We've laughed. We laughed a lot. It was a lot of fun. So you're listening to idiotradio.net. I'm your host, Scott Israel. I've been here with my special guest, the Raw Rev Joyce Stoudermire.
Comedic preacher extraordinaire.
That's a big title.
Isn't it?
All right. Todd DeFazio is my producer.
Hey,
Thank you so much
Todd.
for listening, and we are out.
Yeah.